Apple. You guys may know that in recent years, Apple's product design language has sort of gone from rounded to very boxy and squared off. As you can see here with this iPad Pro 2018 and this iPhone 6S right here. This squared off design trend has actually gone all the way to Apple's entire product line ever since it came out on this iPad, even all the way to the MacBooks. But what if I were to tell you that the brand new MacBooks weren't the first one to have a very squared off design? This right here is an original 2001 PowerBook G4 Titanium. This laptop actually has kind of a striking resemblance to the brand new MacBook Pros that have just been released. You have the fully blacked out keyboard, you have the extraordinarily thin bezels, especially for the time. You have a very squared off flat top. And you still got the speakers on the side, but yeah, they are very, very similar looking laptops. And yes, it does have that absolutely hideous font on the bottom here. Now some of you guys may be wondering, why was this laptop in a pillowcase? Well, let me tell you, these things are fragile. Now you see, Apple makes most of their products these days out of aluminum. Or aluminium. I should probably be saying it aluminium. I don't even know how to say it. See, Apple makes most of their products out of aluminum, and this laptop is kind of the reason why. The only product Apple really makes in titanium these days is the new Apple Watch Ultra and the Series 7 titanium model. So, yeah. Now, if you look at the original presentation Steve Jobs gave for this laptop...
But they have the sex. Right? They have the sex. We want both.
You'd actually see he gave a few reasons as to why they went with titanium instead of aluminum.
And this again. What is this? Titanium. It's made out of titanium. Like the spy planes. This is an incredible material. It's stronger than steel, yet lighter than aluminum.
Well, that did not turn out well for them, let's just say. These things are stupidly fragile. Now, this might look good because this is actually a really good example of a PowerBook G4, but if I close the lid, you'll start to see some of the problems. We're gonna have to bring the camera in a little bit closer to see these problems. See all these scratches? Yeah, titanium scratches pretty damn easy compared to aluminum. Or at least, it kind of scratches and has a different color. When you scratch titanium, it kind of comes out with this like black kind of color, while aluminum kind of looks more silver when you scratch it. I'm saying that wrong, and all the Aussies watching this absolutely want to punch the screen in right now. I'm sorry. But if we look on this side right here, you might notice, why is this all discolored? Well, this is just painted titanium. They just painted this white. See, it's not anodized to be a color like Apple's future products would be. It's just painted. And what happens to paint? It'll just flake off after a while. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just on the hinges, but then... oh no. Every single side has been painted. And even if we go to open this... oh no. All of this is painted as well. So, most of these laptops you'll see, pretty much all of this is just completely ruined from being scratched off over the years, and this one's even starting in the corner here. These things don't last. Oh, and speaking of these hinges, yeah, they fail. They fail really easily. They just break off. It was a terrible design. These things are stupidly fragile. And another funny thing, the casing actually blocks the Wi-Fi signal. So this had pretty terrible Wi-Fi in it. Thanks, Apple. Amazing. Now, as much as a flawed product as this is, people absolutely love these things. And there's a couple reasons why. First of all, this extraordinarily futuristic design. The previous PowerBook was this black, curvy, chunky, weird thing that looked like it was from the 90s. 'Cause it was. But this is just a squared off, thin bezeled, just very beautifully styled laptop. And the best part was, it did all of this while keeping what made those older PowerBooks so great. Let's just say, I want to upgrade the RAM on this thing, but oh no, I'm gonna have to unscrew everything. Well, yeah, that's right. You can just pull off the entire keyboard, just like old iBooks. And look at that, you just get instant access to the RAM and the airport card. Simple as that. You will never ever see this again on an Apple product. Oh mate, how much RAM's this thing got in it? Oh, 512 megabytes. Damn, that's huge. Oh, it's got 2 of them. This has a whole gigabyte. It's fully upgradable. These things can only go up to 1 gigabyte of RAM. Kinda sad. This is the very first model. Alright, and that's pretty much how easy it is. So if you want to replace the keyboard, you can just swap it out. I demonstrated a keyboard replacement on an iBook G3 in a previous video, so you can go check that out if you want. Modern Apple laptops, the keyboards are riveted in. You have to change the entire top housing. Very bad, very not environmentally friendly. And another thing they kept from the old PowerBooks was a removable battery without any tools whatsoever. You just flick that and take it out. This is a really terrible third-party battery, and the previous owner must have experienced a battery leak. It's a little bit sad in there. And also, I've got no idea what these lines are about on this battery, so I'm a little bit concerned. Battery life doesn't work anyways, so I might as well just throw this out, I guess, but I need something to put here so we can fill this empty space. Here's an interesting font you can only really find on this laptop and the original iPod. Now, this is the part of the video where I compare this to the Aluminium PowerBook G4. I actually do have a 15-inch PowerBook G4. There's just one small little caveat though. Here it is. This thing is a little bit sad. It's quite a sad laptop. Ignoring that, this is still a pretty good comparison to make. So this right here is when Apple switched from titanium to aluminum, and yeah, this looks a lot more like the classic MacBooks we had for years. First thing you'll notice, completely different hinge design. This one's hinged with this long part on the back here, and you can sort of see it kind of comes out from the back and sort of makes it look like the display's floating. But then we go to open this one up and, well, yeah, you can see it's a very different hinge design. This one looks substantially better, but this one lasts longer. If we look at the keyboard, this keyboard you can actually pull down and remove it. This one, you can't. You can still swap it out, but you can't get easy access to your RAM. The trackpad is quite literally the same. Yeah. It's quite literally the same. This is the model where they switched to the Volkswagen font for their Pro machines. The iBook G3 introduced that to the consumer laptops, so this is the first time they moved it to the Pro laptops. This font they've had since the 1980s. Another difference you'll notice between the titanium and aluminum model is that the bezels are so much thinner on the titanium one, so they actually took a step backwards by making the bezels thicker. And the original MacBook Pro, which is pretty much just a PowerBook G4 aluminum but with an Intel chip in it, this one went even further back as soon as they started adding webcams and stuff to the top, and only now they're actually catching up. One more interesting tidbit before we go to turn this thing on, port layouts. Port layouts are very interesting on these. So on the PowerBook G4 aluminum, we have just, your regular port layouts just on the side here, and also on this side. On this laptop, if you go to look at the sides, you'll notice that, there's not really much of anything. So here we have a headphone jack and, wait a second. Oh wait, I thought this was a speaker. No, this is actually the express card slot. That is so cool, I did not even realize that. Oh, that is such a nice looking design. I'm fairly certain this is either a light or it's something to do with the antennas. Little cuts to try and get the antennas to work better because this had Wi-Fi issues, as I alluded to earlier. All of the ports are actually located on the back, under this door. We've got Firewire, Ethernet, 2 USB ports, a VGA port, S-video out, a reset switch, which is something they stopped doing, and a dial-up modem. Without any further ado, let's power this thing on. Here's a charger I was provided. This thing is absolutely sad. It's even cracked. How do people even do this? Luckily, to just get an adapter, you can take it from one of these old iPad/iPod chargers, like that, and then you can just chuck it on here. And it will just work. Look at that difference. Holy crap. This plugs in at the back, on this side. I have to look. I don't want to scratch the paint. It's really easy to scratch the surrounding paint. Look at that, you can even see the charging indicator through the gap of the lid. Without any further ado, let's turn this thing on. Power buttons here. There's a boot chime. Also, that little whir of the DVD drive reminds me of a meme that I'm not too fond of at the moment. Might have to turn the light off completely because these old screens are very dim. Wow, that booted up very fast. There is a plane flying above our house right now. Right as I wanted to capture this moment. Yeah, that's as bright as it goes. So it booted up very fast, and that's because the previous owner actually chucked an SSD in this thing. So this laptop is completely souped up and runs insanely fast. So yeah, here we go. We're in macOS 10.4. And it runs it very well. Let's go to about this Mac. Yep, 10.4, 400 megahertz PowerPC, so it's the base model G4 Titanium with only 1 gig of RAM. So that's fun. Yeah, we really don't have much. Oh, we have SimTower. Let's play SimTower. To launch SimTower, your Mac must run in 256 color mode. How about no? I don't think it's worth it. We can play chess. Here we have chess. Looks absolutely grotty. Look at that font.
Pawn b7 to d5.
What? Oh, it's the voice command thing. How do I make it shut up? How do I make it shut up? I don't want to hear what it does. Yeah. Thank you.
Knight g8 to f6.
Okay, well it still won't shut up, therefore we're going to quit out of that. So let's reboot this thing into macOS 9. So we just got to go into settings, startup disk, and here we go, macOS 9.2.2, and we just hit restart. This has really bad autofocus problems. I'm very sorry for that. My phone does not want to cooperate today. Oh right, that's right. The owner told me that this has problems with restarting and shutting down on 10.4. I don't know why. Oh, it's gonna look even worse now because it has a checkerboard pattern here. Yep, here we've got a happy Mac. It looks absolutely tiny on this screen. It's absolutely silent as well because there's, you know, no hard drive. And here we go, macOS 9.2. Could you imagine a laptop in this body with like a high refresh rate screen? I'd totally use it even today. This UI is absolutely tiny for this laptop, I will say. But I believe this might have been one of the very last laptops to ever ship with macOS 9. So that's pretty cool. I wonder what the latest one is to actually run macOS 9. All I know is that this would have been the last one to ship with it. Do we have any games? Anything? Are these all, yeah, no, these look like macOS 10 apps. Like if we, yeah, iChat definitely, yeah. We can go to SimTower at least. Yeah, screw it, we'll switch to 256 color mode. Oh, made by Maxis, let's go. Alright. So what do I do? Okay. What? I'm confused. What exactly am I doing here? Let's just build this thing up to the heavens. You know, this is SimTower, right? We gotta have a nice big tower. You know, it'd be much better if we had a mouse. Hold on, I have a mouse. That is such a weird sound. But hey, we have a mouse. The best mouse ever created. Alright, now we're using a ball mouse. We're using the puck mouse to play this game. So, that's pretty fun. We have no scroll wheel, but that's okay. Oh wow, we actually have to scroll the game, which is pretty interesting. Focus on that. Stop on focusing, please. Oh yeah, we need an elevator. Yeah, screw it. We could make basements too. Oh, sick. There we go! We got it! People are actually coming to this now. Are we getting money? We're getting paid! Let's go! Alright, they need somewhere to eat. Oh, I think I already made that. Oh no. Now we have an underground diner. Alright, here's a lobby. Okay. Never mind, we'll just expand it out, I guess. Okay, that's apparently a thing. Our tower just looks like that now. I think that's no big deal, let's be real. Oh my god, these sounds. Oh, it's raining now. Oh wait, we can use this thing on here to actually change our view. Oh, that's fun. How come these are still for sale, but these ones are selling instantly? That's so strange. Well, we do have a bulldozer here, so we can get rid of these ones on the top, which we don't need. Never mind, they're just going to be there forever now. Sick. So we have 83 now. Oh wow. Okay. Our funding just went up significantly. I suppose people do need another cafe. Let's give them another cafe. Oh, now they have burgers. This can be the entertainment section here. If anyone needs to go to them, then they can. Alright, we're gonna run out of money if I keep doing that. We need more people to live. Oh, so that's the thing I was placing was, there were offices. This mouse isn't actually that bad. Honestly, like, a lot of people really crap on this mouse, but I actually think it's not too shabby. I can use it pretty well. I mean, I've got fairly small hands, so it kind of fits my hand not too badly, to be honest. Maybe I'm just stupid, that's also another option. Who's gonna be the lucky person who gets to live next to the burger joint? They are. Wait, why is all of that for sale? Why am I in the negatives? What happened? Wait, why did everyone move out? Guys, what happened? What is going on in there? They're all just kind of like running around, that's weird. Everyone's moved out. What on earth is going on? Oh, I think there's too many people waiting. We need more elevators. Oh wait, we don't have enough money because we're in the we can't do anything. We're in the negatives. Everyone's left. I don't understand what happened. Maybe there's too many fast food joints. Let's get rid of some. Oh no, people are using them. Oh no, now we're back up to 216. Honestly, we could... Wait, what? Terrible. Eval, terrible. Huh. So apparently everything I've done is terrible. Thanks, game. What about pricing? We could sit here all day and play this, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna save this. And now let's come on, queue out of that. Yeah, save. Well, that was something. That was Sim Tower. Out of all of the games that exist, that is most definitely one of them. Alright, now let's get back into macOS 10. This one here, because it says, there you go, macOS 10.4. And if we can actually just move the ball around and just click restart. Yeah. Look at that. I really like how they have this as like a two-tone ball, so you can actually see it while you're moving the mouse. But then your hand's covering it anyway like this, and yeah. I don't know, I don't hate this mouse as much as other people do. Probably because, like I said, my hands are tiny. I mean, I guess it just kind of works for me. Like, it's not as comfortable as, you know, a regular mouse, but I don't hate this, honestly. I could use this. And that, my friends, is the PowerBook G4. This is a pretty nifty but very flawed laptop. Many laptops, even after this, would continue to do the same mistakes that this laptop did. For example, having painted metal. Here I have a Surface RT, and you can see just how much of the paint's come off, because it's all just peeling off. This thing will get a video of its own, but yeah. These things, very similar. Painted metal. And even Apple, pretty much every single MacBook has something fundamentally wrong with it. Whether it's the graphics drivers, the keyboards, or just the entire computer. Apple still kind of makes laptops with fundamental faults just like this one. Although I don't have any of the new M1 MacBooks to compare it to, this thing looks very similar to those brand new laptops with the squared off design, thin bezels, and the blacked out keyboard. And honestly, just seeing it in pictures, I never really liked the design, but seeing it in person, I've actually come to appreciate it a lot more. Especially compared to just how weird the aluminum ones look with their silver keyboards. Bit strange, but yeah, very nifty laptop. I just felt like making a video about it, and yeah, that's pretty much what this was. So that's pretty much it. My name's Frogfutter. You can say that however you want, I really don't care. More videos whenever I feel like it. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.